Looking for a place to test your golf game against fellow amateurs with similar skills and the same passion for the game? Whether you are a weekend warrior with a competitive fire or an elite amateur looking for opportunities to hone your tournament performance, the Amateur Players Tour has a home for you. Go to amateurplayerstour.com today to join the only AM tour on the continent created by the players and for the players.
Now on the tee from Las Vegas, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Jody, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just, hanging out in good old Illinois, trying to work on some stuff for Pinehurst. It's been a little busy around the APT offices the last week, but we're having some fun. So, how's life down there in Tennessee?
Everything's been good, man. Somebody finally turned the sprinklers off, so the rain has stopped, and I think after tomorrow we're supposed to actually go from summer straight to fall, so it'll be nice. Tired of having 85, 89 degrees, sweating to death every day in October.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of forecasts, have you seen the extended forecast for Pinehurst so far?
Well, I have been watching it closely, and I don't know if you would call it Chamber of Commerce weather or not, but it's pretty stinking perfect.
Right. I mean, if you like sweating your what off, then it's probably not for you. But I mean, 68 and sunny every day is pretty good.
With single digit wind. I mean, I'm down for that.
100% down for that. Well, can you believe, I was just thinking, I was talking with Ali and Chris today in the office. We're leaving for Pinehurst in like 5 days.
I know. I've been trying to get some things done here at the office because I know it's going to be a 6-7 day excursion. So trying to get some things wrapped up here at the office. I know you and I have been working on trying to finalize some things, last minute plans, and get everything set up with Pinehurst staff there as well. And it's been hectic. Every day it just seems like it. I walk in the door at the office, and next thing I look up, and it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm running out of time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got to go give a shout out to the staff in Pinehurst. They've been awesome to work with, working things. Got more exciting things. Joe wants to know when tea times are coming out. I'm like, well, if I could sleep for like 5 hours, we'd be done with it.
Right. Yeah, tea times are pretty much on it. They're pretty much prepared, but we got a last few minute changes here and there. I always want to make sure we have everything done before we publish it, because once you publish it, if you start changing it, it's a hassle. So we'll have them out probably, I would say, middle of next week, early to middle of next week.
Yeah, I'd say probably before that. So Joe's like, I can help. Please take a nap. Joe, you are welcome to come to the office and spend a week with our staff anytime you want to, buddy. So,
no
doubt. we're having fun. I did confirm one thing. We talked last week, a little bet, so we'll have to. I want to ask everybody, one club challenge. Do we want to use a putter? One club and a putter?
Well, I mean, I think it should be a one club challenge with putter. Then I know I got you beat.
If you think that, I mean, let's do it. But Friday morning, 8:00, Jody and I have the first time of the day on the cradle. And Chris will be bringing that live, and so place your bets. So what club are you using? I'll tell you if you tell me. So we're doing one club and a putter, right?
Yeah, one club and a putter. I don't know. It's probably between pitching wedge and a gap wedge.
Yeah, I think I'm going gap wedge, but I hit it farther than you. So you may need the pitching wedge to get there on those 110-yard par threes. You know what I mean?
No, I'll just belly it, hit it in the middle hit it at the equator. It'll go
just start blading it. That's what I think I would do if I were you. That's a good way to lose some money starting Pinehurst week. However, we can't get in. We're not betting on all the players this week. You know what I mean? We're just running a golf tournament. So that'll be the only bet this weekend. Is
maybe the last Friday we have for maybe the last fun we have for about 5 or 6 days.
I think we'll have fun. We'll just be busy. So, man, Chris just put in the comments. Nobody can see that. Our internal comments. He said he's taking Jody after that spanking we put on in Tunica. I mean, that is a good point. I do appreciate Joe Arnold, but one club plus a putter, Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern, Facebook Live. If you're on the West Coast, set your alarm clock early. We'll do some bets. We'll do something. We'll have some fun.
I want to know if
I love how Ryan's like, what's the longest hole? It's 130 yards, which good. I got gap wedge. I'm good all day.
I mean, can I pick your one club and you pick my one club?
Oh, that'd be funny. So Pinehurst be like, why are these mother lovers playing the cradle with a driver and a putter?
Right.
I'm pretty good out of the sand with the driver. You just got to open the face a little bit.
Open it up. On it. Just open it up, lay it open like that.
Yeah. I can get that thing to at least 14 degrees open.
I'd be chipping back with my putter backwards.
Right.
Left-handed.
Roger Sheaves is like, I'll beat y'all with just a putter. I don't even care. So
he may be right.
I know. So anyways, man, we've had some good announcements with Pinehurst. I don't know where you want to start tonight, Jody.
Gosh, I don't know. What do you want to? Do we need to review anything first?
Let's just start with this. We're crowning 5 champions on Pinehurst number 2.
Only 5?
7, right? But we're crowning them all on Pinehurst number 2. Just think about that.
That's right, Pinehurst number 2. It's funny. I was watching a YouTube video last night of a 1 versus 5 challenge with another social media group that's real popular in the golf world, and watching them play number 3 at Pinehurst number 2, and just how diabolical that green is.
Right.
It's going to be fun. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been great, man. I've spent most of the week working with Pinehurst staff. We're talking about where we're going to put stuff, how things are going to go, and it's starting to get real. You know what I mean? We're figuring out our registration tables. We're figuring out our signage on the golf course. We're talking about tee placements, logistics of how everything comes in. I mean, it's going to be something special. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm excited to have all of our tour sponsors or partners there with staff on hand to say hello and meet everybody. Getting Jack and Carol and everybody together from Turtleson and Motive and 2 Under, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm excited for Carol to come and spend a day or 2 with us, and kind of get to see behind the scenes with what we're doing. So, because I think that's going to help as well when she goes back and talks to her folks at Turtleson, and gets all the feedback from our members and players about how much they've enjoyed that relationship. So it's going to be great.
She's bringing her boss. He's coming to Pinehurst because he's super excited about it. It's gonna be a good time. So we'll get to have dinner with them on Sunday night, and that'll be interesting, I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I'm looking forward to spending some time with them. Maybe we start with, we haven't talked about number 2. There's 104 spots. Everybody wants to know how we do that. How do we maximize those number of spots that people get? Because if you pick a number in ties, you could leave 3 or 4 people out because we're limited to 104, right? So it's going to be fun, though, don't you think?
No, I think it's going to be fantastic. And I think we've come up with a really good way of breaking ties and letting people earn their way into that field for the final round, and not letting scorecards or somebody in the back room determine who's going to be playing that round, and we're going to do it on the golf course.
Yeah, so live playoffs on every golf course, and so we've got 104 qualifying spots. So we're going to split up the qualifying spots as equal as we can among the divisions, and let everybody go after it on the golf course. And so if you finish tied for that last spot, just like you would in a U.S. Amateur or qualifying for a U.S. Open, which, by the way, in case you didn't know, we should probably mention to the folks that the U.S. Open has actually been contested on Pinehurst number 2, where we're playing our championship.
Well, and it's only going to be contested. It's only going to be contested there 5 times over the next 30 years as well.
Yeah, I mean, not a big deal, guys. Don't pay attention to that. We're not talking about one of the best golf resorts in America, but just like you qualify for the U.S. Open that's played at Pinehurst number 2, you'll be able to qualify, through the APT for that round on number 2 as well. And so, it's going to be fun, a little on-course playoff. And so we'll be able to fill every single spot that we have and get as many people the opportunity to play on number 2 as possible. Do want to point out, we have reserved caddies for number 2. So there are no caddies for rounds 1 or 2. But if you do qualify for number 2 for the final round, you are allowed to take a caddy if you'd like one. We have reserved caddies, so every single person in the field will have the opportunity to take a caddy if they want to. So, and Jake wants to know if it's 30% of each flight. Right now the field's 361. So hold on. That works out to about 29%. So pretty close.
Very close.
Yeah, 28 So Jake, 28.80886%.
Plus or minus.
Plus or minus. I mean, nobody's counting that close. But and so we're running through the numbers. It's actually running through the field, and we'll get the final number in every division hopefully tomorrow. I don't know the answer. Do you know the answer about the push cart?
Do we have to carry, or do they offer a push? They have push carts available, Jesse.
Cool. So
Yes.
you can definitely still walk, Dwayne, if you don't want to take caddy. You can take a cart, but it's cart path only.
I'd probably recommend walking. It's not a bad walk, actually. Number 2,
Right.
There's only one section of the golf course back in like holes 4 and 5 that have any type of real elevation to it. So it's a pretty solid walk.
Definitely. Well, we got a minute before our first break. Anybody got any questions they're dying to ask? Pat wants to know, can you walk all 3 days? 110%.
Yes, you are allowed to walk. As long as you keep up, you're good to go.
Definitely. So, well, if we don't have any
questions, just to touch on the caddy situation on number 2. So there are caddies reserved. They are optional. Every caddy is employed or under contract with Pinehurst. So if you're going to use a caddy, you do have to use a caddy that's under contract with Pinehurst. They'll double bag. So you'll be able to have 2 bags with 1 caddy. So it'd be a situation where just so you're aware of it ahead of time, your caddy will be helping both you and a competitor. So be conscious of that. Don't let that be a surprise to you.
Definitely. So, Indy's excited about their little event they're running on Monday. They've got a good deal. So if you're in the area, you can play the Pete Dye course. Cost of a caddy plus a tip for Chris. That's a good question. It's $75 the caddy fee. I think the suggested gratuity is $50 a bag for the caddy, which is really reasonable. You go to a lot of the other golf resorts in the country, and it's certainly much higher than that. Ryan wants to know, and Ryan, I just saw your Facebook message. You reached out to me. Sorry, I missed it. We've been a little bit crazy in the office getting ready for Pinehurst. The cost of the Tournament of Champions is $4.99. Includes some awesome swag from Turtleson. Plus, we've got a first-class champions dinner plan that's included in the cost of entry. And so $4.99 isn't just golf. Just so you all know, there's a lot of swag. There's a huge prize pool involved, but we've also done a lot extra to kind of celebrate the, being a champion on the APT. And so doing something a little bit different. And so don't let the price tag freak you out. There's a lot extra. Actually, I was on the phone with the mayor today. We're working on some of the reservations for dinner for that Tournament of Champions down in Orlando. And I'm telling you, Jody, the options are really good. So we're having some fun there. It's going to be a special time. Definitely an event you don't want to miss.
Yeah, looking forward to getting back down to Orlando. We had a great time last year with the 4-ball at OCN, and adding the Tournament of Champions to that week is going to be fantastic. So again, I hope everybody that's coming is planning on spending several days and playing some extra golf around the area. I'm fairly positive that my family's wanting to come down and maybe go see the mouse while they're there too. So we're going to make a week of it.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be good. And just so you know, if you go to the tournament info page for either the Tournament of Champions or the Winter 4-ball, which is another great event, we just booked a deal with United Airlines. If you fly into Orlando within certain days in January, everything's in the tournament information page. From a detail side, you can save up to 10% off your flight. And so not only do we have a ridiculously good deal on hotels, plus a ridiculously good deal on rental cars, but also some flight deals as well. From United, which is really excited. So we're excited about that. You're going to get an email about that in the next couple of days as well. So But real quick, one of the big things we're still just launching out that kind of started late was the 200 challenge. And so we're going to talk about that here in a second. But first, check out this message from our partners at 200.
200. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
No chafing. That's important in North American Championship, Jody.
Yeah, we've got some guys like Jake Engelbrake that really need that no roll waistband. It's good for them.
That was terrible. He's gonna bet on me now at the cradle.
He's taking pot shots at me in the comments. So turnabout's fair play. I have the camera and the microphone, so you better watch out.
Is what it is, buddy.
Steven is asking how the 4-ball is going to work.
Yeah, 4-ball is really simple. So pick your partner. We just actually posted because I know 4-ball is a format that not everybody's played. So we just posted today. We updated the tournament info page, a nice description of what the 4-ball is. So you pick a partner and you guys sign up. And 4-ball is a simple format. You both play your own ball out through the entire hole. And so if Jody and I are partners and I make a 3 on a hole and Jody makes a 9, our team makes a 3. And then the next hole, if I make a 4 and Jody makes a 3, our team makes a 3. It's just kind of how it works. I'm sorry, I'll stop being mean. That wasn't very nice to assume that you'd make a 9, which is probably why we're not 4-ball partners. So you get Roger and I get Uncle Kevin. So, but you play that out and then, your best score throughout the day is the score you make for the event. And so we're going to split the field up into 3 different flights based on team indexes. So if I'm a 3 and Jody's a 3, our team index is a 6. The only caveat to that is there's a 10 stroke maximum of difference between players. And so if Jody's a 3 and I'm a 14, that's 11 shots different. And so my handicap would get moved to a 13 for the event. And so 3 different flights based on team indexes. There's a gross and net champion going to be crowned in each flight. So 6 champions. And also earning some priority registration status to the very limited field at the amazing Bandon Dunes.
That's right. 68 players, 34 teams. 6 of those 34 spots will be taken up with winners at Orange County National in January. So make sure you get, take every opportunity you can to play in these 4 balls that we're going to have throughout the year to get qualified. Because if you have not been to Bandon Dunes, holy cow. I mean,
so good.
There's like the old course, go to Scotland, play the old course, and then like Bandon Dunes. I mean, it's literally number 2 on the list of places that you have to go.
Yeah, it's really good. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I've already signed up. My future uncle, Allie's not watching tonight. She's out at the moment, so I don't get in too much trouble. We're playing together again. I'm sure you're playing with Roger. It's just a fun event. It's a great time. Highly recommend it. You can pair it with the Tournament of Champions. It's a great week to start the season down in Orlando. Great golf courses. It'll be a great time. We're getting a few questions about this 2-under challenge that's new. So you want to talk a little bit about the 200 challenge, and I'll answer once you're done. I'll answer Dylan's question about the modified Stableford format.
Yeah, so the 200 challenge is a great partnership that we've been able to put together with our friends at 200 and Jack Curry. They've provided some amazing gift packages that'll be part of the prize pool for that. So every player in the field at Pinehurst at the North American Championship will have an opportunity to enter into this additional game for an additional opportunity to win while they're there. You can enter up to 2 times. So you can pick 2 different partners that you want to play with, and based on your score throughout the course of the event, your team score will rank, and you'll have an opportunity to finish in the money, so to speak. And we're going to be paying out not only the actual merchandise gifts, but we have some prize money as well that will be included in this as part of the
Hold on. Prize money.
Yes.
You mean like pro shop credit?
We thought about that.
Because I mean, Pinehurst has got a cool pro shop. I mean, if you're going to get credit somewhere, I highly would recommend the Pinehurst pro
right.
shop.
And there's a really nice gift, golf shop down in Asheboro, North Carolina, on the corner of 7th and Main. We could have got some gift cards there, and told everybody to go spend your $50 there before you head back home. But we decided not to do that.
Well, $50. We're not paying $50 to like anybody.
Well, no. Well, I mean, if you finish better than 5th out of 600 people, maybe you might get $50 in some other events. But in our event, we'll be paying out Visa gift cards. So, all the way down to what, 6 places, Matt? 7 places?
I mean, 6 places in the 200 challenge.
Correct.
I mean, in the main tournament, we have a $36,000 prize pool.
Correct. But the 200 challenge is going to be, again, that's a great opportunity for you to pair up with a buddy, a great way to keep up with somebody else, encourage them to play well.
Right.
And again,
go ahead. I got a stat for you. I think this is good to talk about because people don't understand like what a $36,000 prize pool looks like. So I have this stat for you. I need your feedback on this. So
okay.
Let's just assume this. If we were only going to pay out $750 to every person we paid with a $36,000 prize pool, how many people would we have to pay $750 to?
I have no idea.
To get a $36,000 prize pool. It's an interesting number. 48 is the answer.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to pay a bunch of people. It's going to be...
So are you saying we're only going to pay 48 people out of the 306?
No, we're going to pay more than that. That's what I'm saying. That's what's nice about it. And so, it's not like you're going to get 6th and you're going to be like, oh, I get $100. Like, oh, thanks for showing up. I mean, no, we're actually playing for some prize pools. So qualify for number 2. Even if you don't qualify for number 2, there's still going to be some options to win some money on the 3rd day. So it's going to be fun.
That's right. And again, we got some fantastic merchandise that's coming in on this. We got some great bags from Project that are going to be included. And you're going to have some gifts from 2 Under as well, just for coming in. Turtleson's going to be there as well with
that shopping experience from Turtle is really, really good. I probably spent 2 hours on the phone with Carol yesterday just talking about it, and she's engaged. The thing is like she's trying to figure out, because there's those of you that are playing in Pinehurst that have already taken advantage of the Turtleson deal, and so she wants to do something unique that you haven't ordered yet. Right. But she also realized there's a bunch of you that haven't ordered anything yet, and so how does she wants to know what's the best way to introduce you to the brand. And how many days go by, Jody, at this point where you don't wear something from Turtleson?
It's very rare. I'd say probably 4 or 5 days a week I've got something on that I pull out of, and especially with the weather getting ready to change, with all the layering clothes that I've got from back in the winter and early spring when we were traveling all over. I'm about ready to pull that stuff back out after this weekend. So it's probably going to be 5-6 days a week I'll be wearing something Turtleson.
Oh, definitely. It was funny. I'd had some pants I ordered from them back in like May, and I haven't worn pants at a tournament since May because it's been really nice, and had to get those. I mean, they send the pants, and they're designed so you go and get them tailored. And I was like, crap, I've got to get all that done because it's going to be perfect weather down there. Super comfortable. Warren's commented about the sweaters. Reach out to me, Warren. I will tell you exactly what to order. The Lewis quarter zip is probably my favorite piece of clothing I've ever owned. It's got like the kangaroo pouch that we ordered in those sweatshirts. That's a quarter zip. Jody, it's seriously the best thing I've ever worn.
I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely looking forward to that. There have been several questions on here we probably need to touch on. One of the things
Just
about
read them off. I'm ready for it.
all right, Andy Gregory is asking if the 2-man challenge is online or will that have to be done on site when they register?
So you can Venmo me before you get on site at apt-Matt Minder. You can Venmo me. Just make sure in the comments you let me know who your partner is. We're already starting to add people as we get Venmo in. We'll get an email out to the field here shortly. You can certainly sign up on site Sunday from 4 to 8 in the St. Andrews room, which is kind of adjacent down the hall from the pro shop. We'll have a 4-hour registration event. Turtleson will be there. 200 will be there. Motive CBD is going to be there. It's going to be a great time, but you can get into skins ahead of time. Just Venmo at apt-Matt Minder, and we'll get you in. But you still want to come and check in. We've got a bunch of tea gifts for you. It's going to be a great time. Certainly going to be worth the trip to come by the registration table. That's all I'm going to say.
So another question we had was about skins. Someone was asking how the skins are going to work each day within the division, how that works. But also there was a question earlier about how they are going to be paid, if those are something that gets paid at the golf course each day or if that needs to be paid in advance as well.
Sure. So you can certainly bring skins at registration Sunday nights with cash, or like I said, you can Venmo me at apt-Matt Minder. It's $20 a day, $60 for the weekend. We ask you pay everything up front for all 3 days. It's going to be division skins each day, $20 a day to get in the skins game. So everything's going to be within your division as part of the skins game. It's going to be a great time, and we'll certainly pay those out the next morning at the golf course. And then Wednesday, everybody is invited back to the St. Andrews room at 3:30 for our first North American Championship awards presentation. And it'll certainly behoove you to show up to that award ceremony unless you don't like winning free tournaments and really good prizes. So certainly mark your calendars. Make sure to plan to stay at 3:30, probably 3:30 to 4:30 for awards. After the conclusion of play on Wednesday, we'll crown all of our champions, give away some great gifts, and pay out a $36,000 prize pool, which will take some time when you can only pay $750 at a time.
So we've got some people, Matt, that are going to be coming in either, coming in later or maybe playing a practice round late on Sunday. So what happens if they can't get to the St. Andrews room for registration on Sunday? What happens with their check-in and their tea gifts and all of that?
Sure. So certainly can get in skins before the round on Monday. We'll have a check-in table at every golf course, and so you'll be able to get into skins there. Turtleson and 2 Under both will be manning their booths on Monday as well after play. And so you'll have a second opportunity if you can't make it on Sunday. We highly recommend getting there on Sunday, but if for some reason that doesn't happen, both vendors are aware. They'll work with you to get you all your tea gift stuff. And by the way, if you're a lady that doesn't want 2 Under stuff, because 2 Under stuff is typically for guys, 2 Under actually has a special gift. We've done something different for the ladies and the men, to answer Christy's question. So.
And what will be the time frame for check-in, Matt? How early can they show up to how late on Sunday? When will the Turtles will be open and all of that?
Yep. 4 to 8. We may extend it a little bit past 8 if it keeps going, but the plan right now is 4 to 8 on everything. And we'll keep it open as long as people are there. I know you and I want to meet everybody that we can that we haven't got to meet yet. And so come by and see us. We'd love to hear your thoughts about the tour, what we can do better, what you've enjoyed, what we can change for next year to make a better experience. And we're just looking forward to seeing everybody.
All right. So we had another question here just came in about setting up Zelle or PayPal as opposed to Venmo. I know you gave your Venmo handle out here just a second ago, but you also have PayPal available as well.
Sure. Steven, if you want to shoot me a PayPal, Matt@amateurplayerstour.com. We'd be happy to take care of that for you. We don't have a Zelle. Had trouble getting that set up with our bank of all things. And Christy, if we need to work something out, we've done that in the past. We'll get with Ivan and get that taken care of. Cal, it's a great question. Do we need any volunteers at Pinehurst? We'll always be willing to take help. But, one of the things that I think has been really great is I was surprised at how many of our chapter owners decided they wanted to work this event as opposed to play it, to just make sure everybody had the, world-class APT experience that we're going for. It's pretty special, isn't it, Jody?
Yeah, one of the beautiful parts of the APT, something that you and I were very intentional about, and the way we formed this organization is creating this team atmosphere and this sense of family where everybody is working together and trying to help each other out, particularly at the ownership level with all the different chapter owners. And when you and I kind of put that option out there on the table for our chapter owners to help us out in exchange for something else down the road with our chapter owners retreat, the response was overwhelming. We weren't sure how many guys would be willing to give up the opportunity to compete at Pinehurst, but we're blessed to have a great team, and we're going to have, I think, 13 or 14 staff members. 13 staff members working this event. So you're not going to be dealing with interns or college kids or anything like that. When you have an issue at your golf course, you'll be able to talk directly to an actual chapter owner who will be doing the marshaling, the check-in, the rules issues. All of that's going to be handled by actual experienced staff that'll be ready to make sure this thing goes as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. We just got our long-range radios, Jody, in today, so we'll be connected to everybody at the golf course. It's 30 miles, by the way.
So does that mean you can go over the back of the road and play around while everybody's playing in the first round of the tournament and just be able to answer questions from down the road?
Nobody's supposed to know about that. Nobody's supposed to know about that. But anyways, you're really funny. To answer Daniel's question real quick before we go to break, you want to know if you can still get a caddy for number 2 if you qualify after the first 2 days, or do you have to book them in advance? We have booked caddies for all 104 qualifiers. They're going to double bag. So once you qualify for number 2, you'll be able to reach out to the caddy master that day and reserve one of the caddies that we already have. We'll be in good shape there. But real quick, we'll answer some more questions. But first, we want to break for a message from our friends at Turtleson. Good stuff, man. I'm telling you, Champions Retreat. I'm still convinced.
I can't even argue with you anymore. You've said it so many times, I'm convinced you're right.
I'm just saying it's got to be, which I can't wait till Marcus puts that date on my schedule. I was actually working really hard today. Freaking Casey, man, in Kentucky. I love the guy, I've got to say. But I booked my opener on a Monday, and he's like, hey, man, my NCR event's on that Monday. I'm like, well, crap, I got to move that date because I want to be an NCR.
Yeah, I haven't been able to play NCR for a couple of years. I'm looking forward to getting back up there to play that one again.
Yeah, I just got to say, when you look at it, like, people talk about the national major schedule that you've put together, and, I brag on you all the time for it. I mean, we're talking Bandon Dunes, Chambers Bay, Paynes Valley, Stream Song. But we haven't even really got into the schedule yet. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a really good national schedule. But, I mean, my goodness, man, our local guys, the schedule they put together on the local level, they're so good. I mean, you can find ridiculously good golf every weekend on the APT, and I love it.
I'm excited for a lot of our owners that kind of got a late start last year with the transition to see what kind of opportunities they have to improve their schedule even more this year with a little more time to plan and get things going from a scheduling standpoint. Um, that you're right. There's not been a week or a month that I've not looked at the schedule for like a monthly basis and said, well, there's 5 tournaments I want to travel to. And it's been difficult for you and I to kind of pick and choose which direction we were going to go in this year, trying to make sure that we got to everybody. I will say here on live, not live television, but live feed here on the interwebs.
You mean we're not on live TV?
Not on
the back
not on
live?
local island television. No, I will be going definitely 100% to Virginia Capital this year. My deepest apologies for not getting to you guys in 21, but I will definitely be coming and hanging out with you guys next year for sure.
Fair enough. I'm looking at the travel schedule. It just looks, I can't wait to see, some of these guys, I get the calls as we're setting up the 22 console and I'm seeing the golf courses they're putting in. Shout out to Warren Otley in Seattle. He's got a great golf course out there and running a huge tournament for a preview tournament. Running twice as big as our competitor is in his preview tournament. It's crazy to see, the hunger for golf and the hunger to elevate the player experience in the Pacific Northwest. I'm pretty excited about that. If you want a good tournament to go to, you can't go to Pinehurst. You can always fly to Seattle and go play in Warren's events. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, Seattle National looks like a great venue, and he's got already, I think, 40-something players, right at 40 players.
Yeah, he has 38 players right now. I think that's dumb.
38. I knew it was close to 40, right at 40.
What I mean? I'm like, I run the second largest tour in the country, and I've got like 42 players this weekend in the fall.
You better watch out. Warren's coming for you in Charlotte. Seattle's going to turn out. They love golf up there. There's no doubt. And look, I mean, Brandon in South Florida, Larry in Arkansas, these guys are all coming in, hitting the ground running, and they're trying to knock it out of the park. So I'm excited. It's going to be fun to watch everybody kind of take off and grow, and get to watch the battle between St. Louis, Charlotte, and Kentucky again.
The rest of the world.
Yeah, Kentucky again this year.
Let's not talk about Kentucky.
Hey, don't count out Casey now. He'll be coming for you.
Casey can bring it, man. So all you guys in Kentucky, start recruiting members because you're gonna need some help. Because I know the mayor and I we're working on some big things for 2022. So, and like I said, when we started this thing, if you remember, you always asked me what my goal was in St. Louis for the year. We're doing this national thing. What's your goal in St. Louis? And my goal in St. Louis was to have 200 members and be the third largest tour in the country. And Phil passed us, and Casey very, very nearly passed us too. And we were at 221 members, and I think Casey is at 218. And so to have three tours that were so strong, it was really awesome. So getting back to questions, Warren asked again, when is Bandon Dunes? November 14th through the 17th. The practice rounds on the 15th, tournament rounds on the 16th and 17th. Old McDonald and Bandon Trails. It's going to be a fantastic time. We've got 68 players, so 34 teams for the first four-ball national championship. It's going to be a blast. Potential title sponsor we're talking to right now. Potentially in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to announce that. And so it's going to be good.
My birthday is November 8th, so we'll have a big birthday celebration while we're out there, too. It'll be fun.
So you see Lambert in the chat. He said he's going to double his membership in 22.
Hey, I wouldn't put anything past him.
He
also killed it this year in his first year, so I would not sell him short in any shape, form, or fashion.
Definitely. 100% agree. Well, man, is there anything you want to talk Pinehurst? Obviously, I know we'll be at the brewery first night.
Right.
That's our spot.
Well, one thing we've talked about this week, we've talked about doing a 50-50. drawing.
That's great.
And so we are going to do that. Just to go ahead and let everybody know with this month being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're gonna do a 50-50 to raise money for breast cancer awareness and research. And then part of what we want to do with that is have a pink out. So we encourage everybody to bring their pink golf gear for Wednesday, the final round, and that way we'll show off at Pinehurst, and everybody will be wondering why everybody's wearing their pink, and we'll raise some awareness for breast cancer, raise some money too. So excited to do something, use the power of our membership and our numbers to do something meaningful for a great organization that needs some support.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be good. A couple questions. People want to know where we're playing a chapter. We are working on the Tampa area. We're also working towards the Pittsburgh area, Rick. If you know anybody that's looking to run a chapter, we're certainly wanting to expand across the country as we're, already getting there. Talking to, we're not done. Everybody's like, oh, they didn't announce a chapter tonight. They must not have any other local chapters. That is certainly not true. Next week's announcement should be a good one. Don't you think, Jody?
I hope so. I mean, we've got several that are kind of in the works, and folks that are just trying to get their T's crossed and I's dotted. But yeah, next week should be again a kind of a kickoff. You and I will be traveling on Thursday, headed toward Pinehurst, and be able to also do a little special announcement from the road, I hope.
Yeah, I think we might have to get to the brewery for that one.
That would be fun. I'd be happy to have that conversation right there on the grounds at Pinehurst. That'd be very memorable.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. Maybe sit at the statue with a beer. Definitely the brewery, though. I'm ready to eat some barbecue, do a live announcement. I think it'll be good. It's going to be fun. Dave wants to know, for those staying off resort, we need to report to the main part of the resort or to that specific course the day of play. You just got to report to the course you're playing. So certainly Pinehurst number 1 is at the main clubhouse for the first 2 days. 6, 8, and 9 are all satellite golf courses with their own separate clubhouse. And so you just report there. Final day 1 and 2, obviously same clubhouse. And then 6 and 9 are still satellite. And so, man, it's going to be a good weekend. I cannot wait to get down there. We're going to have a great week at Pinehurst, and it's going to be fun.
One club challenge Friday morning.
What do you think the bet should be?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's. How about this? Here's the deal.
Whoever loses gets to submit their resume to be the next manager of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, geez. Hey, I would do it, man, because, nothing against Mike Schilt. He was a great bench coach. Bench coach could be everybody's friend, but not the greatest manager of all time. How about this? Why don't we play the match? Loser donates the first $100 to the breast cancer fund.
That's fair. I can do that.
You know what I mean? We'll go live on Facebook Live. If anybody wants to jump in, any of the bets you want to place on our match, winnings go to breast cancer. So jump in. So let's raise some money for it. What do you think?
Yeah. Scott, the answer to the question for shuttles from Carolina Inn, yes, they do. Pinehurst does offer shuttles to all the golf courses, anybody staying on property. They have a shuttle schedule from each hotel, so you'll be able to know exactly what time they arrive and when the last drop off is and all that too. I think they also run shuttles into the village as well. So if you want to go into the village to eat, you'll be able to catch a shuttle as well from the resort to and from. Right.
Yeah, and we'll have some more information coming out about that. We're working with our event coordinator every day. They keep giving us great information. It's going to be a great week. We're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of great amenities, especially Carolina Hotel, the Holly and Manor. It's going to be fun. Brian wants to know, Jody, you can answer this. What's the fee for the 2-man, 2-under challenge?
$20.
$20 a guy. So $40 a team. That's all you gotta do. You can enter twice, and so
Up to $40 per man.
correct.
Up to.
And it's going to be a fun time. So, just to summarize, on-course playoffs, we'll have an exact number of spots for each division. Ties are going to go back to the golf course. So instead of doing ties, we only have 99 of our spots filled, and we're going to fill all 104 spots. It's going to be full, so we're going to go to on-course playoff to do it.
So we could have a 12-for-3 playoff.
Yeah, how good would that be?
That's going to be awesome.
I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Go out in a 12-some. We'll just play all 12 in one group.
Let's do it. Golf course might yell at me. They
may not be happy with us about that.
It happens though. So the golf course, we'll announce all that stuff. It'll be at the golf course you played for that day. The only potential exception is Division 4 because Division 4 is playing both courses same day. So we'll let you know what golf course that'll be on. We'll announce that in the rules. It'll be 8 or 9 for the playoff. And so just know if you're on that cut line, we'll have that published in the leaderboard. There will be a playoff at the conclusion of play at the end of the second round. So it's going to be good. We'll get pairings out. I'm hoping to get pairings out this weekend sometime so everybody can know what their pairings for round 1 and round 2 are. It's going to be a great time. Once again, registration 4 to 8, the St. Andrews room, which is next to the clubhouse. Grab a few drinks, come talk to us. We'll have a bunch of chapter owners there, a bunch of tea gifts, $200 plus worth of tea gifts being given away per person at Pinehurst. Pay for skins, get ready, get any questions answered. It's going to be a great time.
Joe Arnold wants to know if the scores reset for the third round on Wednesday or if all 3 rounds will count.
Correct. So for those qualifying for number 2, absolutely all 3 rounds will count. And so, while there's a quote unquote cut to get to Pinehurst number 2, all 3 rounds will count. So if you build a 10-shot lead, Joe, in Division 2, you get to take a 10-shot lead into number 2.
I'll be betting he doesn't have a 10-shot lead.
I would too, but I wasn't going to say that to him because I like my boy Joe.
Although Joe's probably been practicing his rear end off, I wouldn't put it past him. He's been in the hitting bay getting ready.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is for those that don't qualify for number 2, there's still a prize pool you're playing for on day 3.
Well, Luke asked a good question too. Do we anticipate on-course playoffs for the final round on number 2 if needed, or will the course be jammed up?
Gotcha. My understanding is if we need to do on-course playoffs, we'll be going to on-course playoffs.
That's right. And it will likely go back to 18 and have playoffs coming in 18 again, so we can have everything finishing right there at the clubhouse.
Right.
Rick Philo, hold my beer. There's gonna be some great competition.
Some drama.
It's gonna be great. I'm rooting for anybody to knock Eric King down a little bit. We'll see if we can't see if our local guy down there in Pinehurst can't show Eric King how it's done down there.
We'll find out. I mean, he certainly takes a pretty healthy lead in, but 400 points a player going into the North American Championship. So you can make up a lot of ground in this event. So if you're anywhere close to the National Player of the Year, keep in mind, not only you're playing for $750 for the championship, but you're also playing for the $750 National Player of the Year honor as well. And so lots of Visa gift card prizes on the line. It's going to be a fun weekend. And so
one final thing before we get out of here, we touched on the weather. The forecast is fantastic. We've also received some recon photos and intel back on the golf course. Is there any maintenance issues or any kind of fungus or other issues going on those greens, or how's everything looking at Pinehurst for us, Matt?
I mean, it looks like they're overseeding a little bit at other golf courses in the area. like
Right.
4 hours south of there. But no, the golf courses are in perfect condition. It's like the prime week of the year. They look freaking perfect. I'm so excited to get down there. I mean, the greens look stupid fast. Obviously, you've got the Donald Ross greens, Pinehurst #2, U.S. Open venue. It doesn't get any better than what our guys are going to experience for the North American Championship.
So what you're saying is we're going to have proper championship golf for 3 straight days.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. And, everybody's like, well, what if I don't qualify? I'm like, you're at Pinehurst. Do you not understand? Like, #3 golf resort in America, the home of golf, Pinehurst. Like, it doesn't get better than this. It's going to be phenomenal. Best way to start, our championship career as the APT.
So if you don't get to go out with Miss Universe, you still get to hang out with Miss Brazil. It's not a bad deal.
Right. I mean, I can't comment on that because I get beat up. But I did date a Brazilian once. It was pretty good. Might not have been Miss Universe, but pretty good. Just saying.
Heck. Andy Gregory, we're looking forward to seeing you down there, buddy. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I love Stephen Hawk's comment. He goes, "Where is the 2022 championship?" He goes, asking for about 3,500 friends.
3,500 friends, soon to be 5,000, be my guess.
Yeah, 5,000 friends. It'd be great.
Hey, Steven, the 22 North American Championship will be in the continental United States.
And it will not be at Pinehurst.
It will not. It will be moving.
We'll be moving a little bit west.
Or maybe a lot west. We don't know.
Of Pinehurst. Like, it could be like Tot Hill Farm west of Pinehurst. Or it could be like actually west of Pinehurst. Just saying. You know what, Jody, I'll commit to this if you're good with it. Maybe we do a little roundtable event Monday night at Pinehurst. If everybody wants to come. And let's announce the 2022 venue.
We can do that. I'll be
Monday night at Pinehurst.
An insider announcement before we go live.
Yeah, or we could go live from Pinehurst.
It's very possible too. Very possible. I can tell you that the location is set. The venues are all in line. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It's gonna be a good time. I cannot
No doubt about it.
I cannot wait. It's gonna be fun to announce too. I'm curious to see, because it's a venue that, amateur tours haven't went to for a national event. So basically what I'm saying is it's not in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Right.
Or PGA West. I mean, we love them. They're renovating the stadium course next year.
Sure. It will be in a location that will be very popular for a lot of people that want to go. Either you've been and you enjoyed it, or you haven't been and you'd like to, or your girlfriend's dying for you to take her, or wife or whatever. And the golf is sneaky good. And it's just going to be a great time, a great week for a lot of fun, and some great golf for us to be able to crown some champions again. It's going to be great. Hopefully our friends from the Great White North will be able to come across the border and come play with us.
Right. Eagle Break wants to know if it's in Detroit. I mean, there is sneaky good golf in Detroit. I'm not going to discount that. He's not wrong there, but no, it's not Detroit.
Detroit in October would be a little
cold.
A little pushing it. We'd be taking a risk there. Same with Aaron Hills, Tyler.
Yeah, it's like, I know there's one of our competitors running an event at Whistling Straits in like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Somebody asked me, they're like, what should I do? I'm going to Whistling Straits. And I'm like, October 25th, buy snowshoes.
You should layer up is what you should do. You should have
Like
some
our-
hot hands.
Right. Or, our
Right?
you
You should have something that keeps your hands warm.
we might have a solution for hot hands. I'm like, I'm in that meeting with these guys and they're talking about sponsoring our tour. And you know what my first thought was, Jody? I'm like, we'd have to run a major in bad weather to really utilize this.
Right? I do like Chris's comment in the Master Control chat here. The other tours layer up, the APT levels up. I like that.
Good job, Chris.
We might have to use that.
He's already earning his paycheck.
Right?
So, it's
Jeff
all good.
Marshall, go to Dubai, no hot hands needed. Buddy, I can't hit I can't hit that many fairway bunker shots.
I said Jody can't go to Dubai. Southwest definitely doesn't fly there right now.
I don't know how I want to hit that many 4-irons out of the desert.
Right.
4 right.
It happens. Tyler will have pairings out hopefully by Monday at the latest. We're working on that right now. Other than that, is there anything else, Jody? I think we've had a successful night of sharing some information about Pinehurst. And
Yeah, only thing I tell everybody is, double check your travel plans, obviously with all the flight stuff going on, and
man.
We'll all be praying for you and hope that everybody makes it. If you have any issues with your flight plans or flight arrangements, just reach out to us, email or text us, let us know, and that way we can keep an eye out for you and make sure
we're already adjusting practice rounds. So if you didn't get into the practice round because it was sold out, email Allie. There's some potential with some things moving that we may be able to sneak you in. And we'll go from there. Tim, to answer your question, we'll send out an email with full itinerary here in the next couple of days. We're going to work on that and we'll get it out for you.
That's it.
I guess that's it. Well, next time we come to you guys live Thursday, we'll be doing it from Pinehurst, which, by the way, next week, not only will we be doing it from Pinehurst, but we will have a massive chapter owner announcement for you. I mean, talking about changing the game, this one's going to be big. So I'm pretty excited for it.
1,000%. It's going to be good.
Yeah. We're not going to tell you anything else, though. So don't ask us any hints. We are sworn to secrecy until Thursday. But it's going to be good. So we're excited to announce this chapter. It's going to be a big deal. So, and Jake, shut up. Tyler, yes, the cradle's open. If you're staying on property at Pinehurst, you can book it anytime you're registered guest. If not, you can book the day before. It's $50 a day to play the cradle. So, Jake, I will kick you in the face.
Look, I'll send Cliff Austin to your house. He's been working out.
That's true. Mr. PXG himself.
He has some anger issues and needs to work it out on something. So,
yeah, there you go. It works for me. But anyways, until we come live from you at Pinehurst, you guys have a great week. Find a good place to play, practice some. Next week, we'll be talking about the first North American Championship on the APT. Getting this thing started off right. We cannot wait. So until then, you guys have a great week, and we will come live to you next Thursday with a major chapter announcement, plus the preview of Pinehurst. So until then, good night, and have a great weekend.
Practice up, boys.
Now on the tee from Las Vegas, from Charlotte, North Carolina.